Hello, my good people. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy, glad, and excited to be back. I hope you're good. I hope you're fine. I'm also good. And thank God. For those who are new to this place, welcome to Looking at Life with Rates. If you have not subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. And for my good friends, my family here, thank you so much for coming back. Feel at home also. And today is another day that I'm glad excited because I'm here for some enlightenment. And as I always keep on telling you guys that we're just here to teach ourselves on 1, 2, 3 things. And today, when I was at work, there's one thing that I got thinking that it has been months and I've never come here to even share things that I do. In things that I do, what do I mean? I'm a business person. I'm someone who has been in business for the last, I don't know how many years. And to my surprise, I've never come here to even, I've not done even a single video regarding business related and all that. And I was like, oh, this is a challenge to myself. Why have I not come here and talked 2, 3 issues about business? Because in one or another, the place where you get to spend maybe most of your time, that is a place where you get to have much enlightenment about. I might talk about many other things, but I think if you ask me anything business, I think I'm in a better position to answer because this is a field that I've been in the last several years, quite a couple of years. And I got myself asking, no, I think this is not good. I think I'm not fair to my people. I just need to go and talk something, 1, 2, 3 things concerning business. And I was like, I even don't need to do one video. I need to do several videos concerning business because business is one thing that is very large and it's very diverse. It relates to so many things. It entails a lot of things. And I'll just but pick but a few that I feel are necessary that we can talk about, and we get to teach each other about 1, 2, 3 things. Because there's a lot I've learned personally since I got into business field and all that. Because I've seen people, I've talked to people, I've experienced, I can say have an experience. Not that much, but I it true. And I know in one time or another, especially for those people who are in career and this corporate business, if there's something that they always desire is maybe having a business and all that. And at times there are a lot of things that we get to think when business is mentioned. I don't know what comes to your mind when someone ever asks you to maybe have you ever thought of starting a business? Do you have plans of starting a business in the future? I don't know whatever comes to your mind. I don't know. I don't know. But what comes to many people's minds when maybe business is mentioned is maybe finances in terms of capital. This is something that at times people get to think about first when business is mentioned. And one thing that I want to tell you that business is not all about capital. Yes, business is not all about capital. Because anytime you ever tell someone that look for something that you can do, think of something that you can do, think of starting up maybe a small business and all that. The excuse that most people will always give is that where is the capital, the starting capital and all that. Yes, it's a great determinant, but it is not all it takes to have a business and to start a business. And the reason why we get to talk about it, reason why that's why I'm here, we get to look out on what other things should come to our mind when business is mentioned. Because I know the reason why most of you don't have businesses, most of you have not gotten to a point of starting up a business, is because you feared it at the point of finances or capital. And you get to think about it and you're like, no, I don't think I'm ready for business. I always hear of people say that. Maybe it's a husband, you go and ask your wife, you keep on telling me that you want a business. You keep on telling me that you want me to start your business. What is hindering you? It's capital. And how much do you need for your business? I don't know. This is the answer that most of people will always give. Yes, you keep on saying that you want a business. You keep on saying that you want maybe someone to keep you to help you. Maybe start up a business. Maybe you're telling your husband you want them to help you start up a business. Maybe your family, relatives, and all that. But if they sat you down and asked you, give me a budget. If they sat and asked you how much you want for that business, you even don't know. What you know is you don't have capital. What you know is you don't have money. That's why you can't start up a business. And that's why I'm trying to like make you understand that you not starting up the business is not that you don't have the capital. It's because you don't know all it entails to start up a business. Because yes, capital, as I said, is the most determining factor, but it's not all it takes. And why am I saying this? Let's go to our let's get to our discussion today. I want us to discuss just six tips that or six things that we need to do for us to like start up a business. It's like a beginner talk of starting up a business because business entails so much. But I just want us to like have the six first things that need to come to your mind if at all you're looking forward to starting up a business. And in these six things, we'll get to a point that if someone comes and asks you from somewhere, you want a business, yes, ask you several questions. You can sit down and narrate. You can sit down and give a point or two. This is what I want us to have. That even if you didn't have capital and someone just maybe a good Samaritan somewhere or a guardian angel somewhere just comes to you and gives you a certain amount of money, it will not take you decades. It will not take you I don't know how many other years to start up a business because you already had everything in plan. So if you have a desire or you have always had a desire or a dream of starting up a business, come, come we talk, come we share some few ideas because that's why we're here. First and foremost, if at all you want to do you want to do business, if at all you want to venture in business sector, the first and foremost thing that you need to do, identify the kind of products you want to like venture in. Business is all about sale. It's all about maybe at times sale of goods, sale of services. Get to think, what is this thing that I want to be my product? What will I be selling? If at all it's products to do with these tangible goods, because you know for business you can say you can sell a service. You have to identify first, what is this product that I want to be selling? And not just identifying, what you need, the questions you need to ask yourself before you get to choose this product. What are these things that I'm very comfortable with selling? What is that thing that I cannot be ashamed to maybe advertising? Because at times you might be selling things that you're not okay selling them. Maybe according to your faith, maybe according to your caliber, maybe according to where you come from. There are some things you cannot be able to sell. Maybe according even to your aspect of nature. You know, there's some people who are so we call them there's some people who are sanguines, there's some people who are introverts. You know, there's some products, even if you want an introvert to sell, at times it may become hard and it will be a chaotic thing. So identify that product that you can sell very easily. A product that it is very okay with you to convince a customer, that you can sit a customer down and you're like, do you know what? This and this. If you buy it, if you use it, such and such things. Get to know a product that favors you. If at all it's a product from a different gender, are you able to convince the other gender to buy something? If at all I'm ready and I want to start a business and I want to sell things that regards men, maybe I want to have a cloth line of men's attires and all that. Will I be able to handle men? Will I be able to converse with men and convince them to buy these products? If at all I'm ready and I want to sell stuff of ladies, am I in a good position to relate with ladies and convince them to buy my products? These are some of the questions we need to ask ourselves in regard to the products we need to sell. Also, the kind of products that you're selling, are you okay selling them? I'm one person, I always say, I can never start a business of maybe selling like a cloth line of ladies and all that. At myself selling dresses or those fancy things of ladies, I think I cannot. Reason why is cause maybe in an entire stock, I'll be picking like maybe half of it. Cause I'm like, hey, I think this one is good. I think if I wear this one, I'll look good. I'll get up. I'll realize that I'm like using half of the stock. So that is a business that myself I don't think I can do. Cause in one or another, I'll be tempted. I'll see a very nice thing and I'm like, no, I don't think this one I can be able to sell it. And I end up picking it and wearing it. Now, those are some of the things that I'm telling you. You have to look out on the things you're selling. Who would be buying? Are they people that you can be able to talk to? Now, in consideration of products, I want you to ask yourself these things. Ask yourself questions that will be able to gauge your comfortability in these things. If at all, maybe it's an area you have maybe studied in campus, what are the products that relate to your course? That in one or another, even as you get to introduce these products to those people who you work with and all that, these are products they can consider buying. These are products that you can be able to get a market very easily. You don't just start up a business blindly just because you had so and so somewhere is selling this and this, and you go ahead and start selling such things. It might not go well with you. So, in consideration of the products you need to sell, you have to be very considerate. You have to really consider, even even when it comes to services. I always interact with these people at times who work in insurances companies. Do you know how at times working in insurance company kinda looks hectic? But there are people who have really ventured into it. They never get tired speaking to you. They never get tired convincing you. They never get tired calling you because they have that aspect in them. And they knew very well that if you give them a, a, a responsibility, or maybe if you are delegated to do to sell maybe an insurance because that one is a service, you can do it that well. And there are some who are very okay in it. There are some who really do well in it. So even in relation to services and all that, you have to consider what you're good at and what you cannot. Because in one or another, I always get to think of myself. I don't think I can be able to sell maybe a service of that manner. Convincing someone at times, I come the first day, you ignore me. I come the second day, you ignore me again. I come the third day, you ignore me. And I still get the confidence of coming the fourth day. I don't think I got such patience. So you have to realize some of these things. You get to gauge yourself and you know what you can really do best in. If at all you good in convincing a customer to do a certain thing, do it. You know, whatever favors you. If at all maybe it's products, beauty products. You know, you can be able to really convince someone to buy beauty products because maybe you love using those. You love using them. Maybe things like makeup. If at all you even don't know to do makeup, you even never have interest of doing makeup, at times selling such products, it may not really favor you. Comparing to that person who wakes up in the morning, she know the process of doing makeup and all that. That person selling makeup, she'll have a higher convincing power in relation to the other person who doesn't do makeup and all that. So even where you have passion in, you can be able to really do best in it. Myself, if at all it becomes to things, dresses and all that, if I do such a business in one way or another, as much as I'm saying it may not venture, I know it can venture because I'll go ensure that each and every dress that I'm selling, I wear it and I post maybe a picture or two when I'm wearing that dress. And when you look at when you look at that picture, you'll be like, okay, I need this dress. Because in one another, you know where you breast that and you know the best that you can give out you as a person. So that is one consideration that I want us to make when you identify our products. Let's say now we have identified the product that we want to sell. And personally, I sell computer accessories. So that is the example I'll use because it's the easiest for me. Now my product that I want to sell is what? According to my consideration, according to everything, I felt I want to do what? I want to sell computer accessories. That's a tick. What next? Now I've realized the product that I can really sell well. And I feel if at all I have these products here, I know they'll sell. Second thing, what else should I do? I now get to sit down and identify how do I want my business to be, like the scope of my business. Do I want it small? Do I want it big? How do I want to begin it? Should I begin it maybe online and maybe after a year or two I have a physical shop? Should I maybe mix up online and physical shop? You get to think the scope of your business. How large do you want it? How small do you want it? How maybe diverse do you want it? Do I want just to do computer accessories, maybe just the mouse, chargers, and maybe cables and all that? Or I want to go into depth, each and everything that entails a computer. Hmm? Other than maybe these, are there other things that I can maybe try to chip in this my business? You get to think, what kind of business do you really want? How big do you want it? How small do you want it? Maybe you even get to start thinking of yourself. Do I want a business that I want to employ 4 people? Do I want a business that I want to work alone? Do I want a business that maybe I want to employ just 1 person? If it's online, is it a business that will require me maybe to have pages? Is it you get to think about the scope of your business. Now you have your product. You get to think, how do I want to sell these things? Where do I want to market them? You sit down and you get to write those things down. And now, after you've gotten the scope of your business, you really know well that I don't want that a big business. I want to start up maybe with a very small shop, a shop that is not that much expensive, maybe leveraging the length of this and this. I just want to have one employee, and maybe I want to advertise my products maybe on Facebook, and also maybe I want to advertise them where else. I want also to open a Gigi account that I can be able to advertise my products, and also I think I want to sell in Jumia. Good. Now that is my scope of business. Now I'm good to go. And from there, after I get to know my scope of business and all that, I now go to number 3. And what is number 3? Who are my target customers? Who am I eyeing to be my customers? Who am I looking forward to come and buy these computer accessories that I'm planning to start up? Yes, I've realized I can do well in selling clothes for ladies. I've gotten to know how I want my business to be like. I've really structured it in my mind. I want it to be like this. I want to have maybe in a shop, this side there are some drawers. You have gotten that picture in your mind. I want to have a cloth line. I want to have an Instagram page where I can be able to be posting my attires and all that. And now you want to start thinking, who are my target customers? The item that I chose, who am I really targeting? You get me? Is it the young people? Okay, yes, if it's the young people, I think they can buy this, and this. You go to number 2. Who else can I target? Where are these young people really? You get to realize, if I want to catch young people, I think I need to go to TikTok. That is a place I can get them. If I want young people, I must really emphasize on online, because that's the place that I have to get them. If maybe my target customers is walk-ins, I have to ensure I situate my shop in a very busy place, or maybe my location must be in a very busy place, a place where people are really walking in and out. If at all my target customers are walk-ins, and if at all maybe you are targeting people who work in offices and all that, you also must really emphasize on online and all that, because these are people at times they never get that time to maybe walk around and shop and do window shopping. They go to these pages and get to look for products and all that. So you get to have a picture of your target customers. It maybe you are targeting students, you are targeting maybe university students. You get to imagine, what can university students want in relation to computer sales. University university students, they have laptops, so they need chargers, they need laptops, they need mice, they need maybe other conversions of HDMI and all that. Those are things that they need. Okay, so if at all I'm emphasizing on this, I think I need to have this, and this. So when you have a mind of your target customers, you get to really open up your mind on even the kind of products, what you need to have in high quantities than the others. Because if at all is students, these are things that they really love, and in one or another they'll be getting to buy them more. So get to know, if at all maybe you're doing clothes and your target customers is university students, or maybe it's students, ensure that you don't look for clothes that are of high prices. You to go to sell Turkey clothes in a place where your target customers is students. If at all your target customers is maybe people working class and all that, you know the kind of clothes you need to like target them with. You know the margins. You know, maybe if at all my target is working class, I'll always ensure that I have clothes that are fit for office work. So that when someone comes, they wanted a trouser, they can see a blazer, they can see a blouse. And those are some of the things that we have to consider in relation to our target customers. Because this is something that is also very key. Who are you targeting? Who are you targeting? You cannot just start up a business and you don't know who you're targeting, because you target of customers will even get to influence you of where you locate your shop. So have a clear mind of your target customers. If at all you want to do a wholesale business, situate your business and in a place where there are various small scale sellers, people who are selling maybe in retail, so that you can supply to them in wholesale. So you have to look out on who are your target customers. And now this one takes us to our fourth point, which is location. You have gotten to know your product, you have gotten to know the scope of your business, you have identified your target customers. Now the fourth thing is location. After you now have those three things, you now have to identify, where do I want to situate my shop? And as I've said, if at all you're targeting students, look maybe a place where, as the students get to leave the university, there's a place where you know they must pass by. Situate your shop there. If at all your target is people who are working class, look for a place where these people will freely get in and out. A place that it's friendly in relation to maybe safety and all that. A place where you're not getting to meander a lot before you get to your shop. These working class people, especially those people who work in offices and corporate people, they don't want at times to enter into places that they feel like they are not safe or something. So ensure that you give them a place that is very appropriate, that when they just give a call, where are you situated, you tell them, I'm in a certain building, come to first floor, room this, and this. Clear and period. If at all maybe you are targeting walk-ins, ensure that you situate your shop in a front. It must be a front shop, maybe a shop that is facing the road and all that. A place where in one or another there must be people who are passing around. So if that is what is your target customers, so these are things that will really influence you. And also there are some products that you choose in one or another, you must situate them in a place where they must be visible. So the little things will make you know where to situate your shop. Because there are some products, even if you go to a building and you go to fifth floor, you can still sell them, because you know my idea is doing what? My idea is doing online business, because in one or another, I'll just put the location and all that. So even if customers will call and all that, you just give them a direction. So those are things that will make you consider the kind of location that you want. If at all you selling things that are a bit heavy, bulky things, don't look for a shop that is, I don't know, in fourth floor, fifth floor. In consideration to the product that you have, ensure that if at all it's not a ground floor shop, go to first floor. The easiness of a customer, a customer will come, a certain thing is a bit bulky. The customer wants to buy something in a place where accessibility is easy, and even at times locomoting it to maybe to her place, and maybe to the car and all that is easy. So in consideration to your products, in consideration to your customers, ensure that you situate your shop in a very appropriate place, because location is something else that can make you at times to lose in business. You have good products, you really have customers who can buy, but where you situation your shop, at times it becomes chaotic. And also, it's always good. Look for a competitive price. If at all you are selling clothes, go and look places where there are other people selling clothes. If at all you are selling shoes, go and look for a venue where there are other people selling shoes. At times, this one always works to your advantage. Look for a competitive price. It will make you at times not be so comfortable. So don't be like, you know what, there are so many people here selling, I don't know what on what, I don't feel that this is the best thing that I should sell. That is the very right place. If you have 2, 3 neighbors on your left, right, front, and back who are selling the same product like you're selling, you'll be very up to your toes to ensure that you invest on marketing, to ensure that you invest on quality products, to ensure that you really have a good customer relation. Because you know, in one or another, there's competition. So you would just be relaxed. You would just be there, like, no, it makes you be up to your toes. So consider a venue that is very friendly, a venue that is very okay in relation to the products that you're selling and in relation to your customers. And also, there are some kind of businesses that you cannot just put them in some areas. Maybe you want to have a hotel, something, or an eatery or a fast food. You cannot just put a fast food anywhere. Look at a place where there are people working. There are people who maybe they don't get time maybe to go for lunch elsewhere, and they're like, anytime it's lunchtime or they need to snack, they can chip in and they can just maybe come in and take something. So your scope of business, your products, your customers will make you look for a location. It's not just, do you have a vacancy in this building? You get a vacancy and you start up a business. No, you have to consider some of these things. At times, succeeding in business does not just take one thing or two things. That's why I was telling you, it doesn't just count on capital. There are a lot of things that you have to consider. And also, if at all maybe you want to start a small business, don't also go to a place where everyone who is in that place is maybe a wholesaler or maybe have large businesses. In one or another, it will not be easy to grow. So also consider such things. Yes, you have gone to a place, everyone else there are people who have really improved in sales. There are people who are in a very high level in relation to business and all that. So they are well known and they have maybe prices that are very low because they are wholesalers and all that. And you want to do retail and you go and maybe just look for a shop there in between. In one or another, you struggle to sell because these large shops that are selling wholesale and all that will get to make you lack customers. So consider 1, 2, 3 things before you even start up a business somewhere. Go and get to know the neighbors, what they sell, what is the movement of customers in this place. And these are things that at times we get to ignore. And they are very keen, they are very important. Now, that is the fourth thing. Now let's go to the fifth thing. After now you have all these four things in place, now sit down and make a budget. Because you have gotten to know the products you want, you have gotten to know whether you want many products at once or you want small items, you have gotten to know whether you need to do marketing, you have gotten to know whether you need to advertise online, whether you need pages, how many kind of stuff you want, you have gotten to know your location, how big is your shop, maybe what is needed to make that shop. Now sit down and start making a budget. Write all these things down. Know what you need for this business to like open and start a sale. Starting up a business at times is not easy, but if you have a plan, it becomes easier. So sit down and make a budget. Get to sit down and you're like, I need a starting stock of this amount, right? I need a shop. Maybe you have gotten to inquire about shop and all that. The shop that I'm getting to see, it needs maybe a deposit of this and this, or maybe it needs a good week. To get to build up that shop and all that, it needs me maybe like 100,000, it needs me maybe like 70,000 and all that. From there, I need staff. And maybe in the first 1 or 2 months, maybe the business will not be very well up and you'll not be able maybe to pay the staff and all that. So you have like a budget, you like for the first month, you have like the salary for that employee who be in your job place and all that. You get to sit down and you're like, I need to do marketing. What are the places that maybe I'll be marketing my products? Are there any finances needed in my marketing? Yes, I need to pay I need to pay a page like I need maybe to pay Gigi. Gigi requires me this and this amount to pay for a month. Go to another place. I need to look for someone to be advertising my product in this and this place. You sit down and make a budget and also have some miscellaneous. And from there, get to have a total. And you're like, if at all this business has to start, this is the kind of amount that I need. You light the basics, things that are a must for that business to start. And now after the budget, which you have included, everything is set, you now go to our sixth thing, which is now finances, which is now starting capital. Now this is my budget. Where will I get the finances? Now this is where money comes in. That's why I told you money is a very great determinant. But imagine in our list it's coming as number last. Imagine it's not that a determinant, because it makes us overthrow all other things and we fail to have a plan of everything. So now number 6 comes our starting capital. You have the budget. My budget has come to maybe how many? Maybe 1 million. And I'm like, okay, where can I get 1 million to start up this business? Where can I get 1 million? Maybe in my savings, I have a name. I have 500,000. And now you start getting to think, where can I get the other 500? Do I take a loan? What are the cons and pros of taking a loan? Should I borrow? Who is this that can give me this kind of amount of money? You get to think. Is there an item that maybe I can sell and back up my business and maybe get to get it later after the big business has picked and all that? What can I say? Do I have a car that maybe I can sell for? You get to think. Now that's where capital comes in. You now start thinking. You start thinking. Where can I get this money? Where can I get this money? And this is the point I want each and everyone who is planning to do a business be at. Now, after everything else is set, you're now here at working capital, starting capital. Not saying that the reason why you're not starting up a business is because you don't have capital and you even don't have a budget. You even don't have a plan. You even don't know very well if at all you are given this kind of amount of money where you can start up this business, what products you can sell. So be there looking for capital, having all other things detailed, noted, and revised and all that. So that even if someone just came from nowhere and asked you, what do you want to do? I want a business. Hey, what kind of amount do you want? You have a figure that you can note them. You have a figure that you can just tell it out. And you're like, to start up a business, I need to start up this business, I need 1 million. And it always feels good when someone who wanted to assist you, they come and ask you, and you're so straightforward to what you want. You can give a very detailed, like a presentation of what you want. Even this person wanted to support you, even this person wanted maybe to like kick you up, they'll be very willing because they get to realize you really know what you want. You're really detailed onto what you want. So those are 6 things that will help us in our journey of starting business. Just follow in that law. Follow them in that manner. And from there, you'll get to realize that, so starting up a business was not that hard. Other than just having a notion in your mind, I don't have money. Follow the steps. And now in this where you can get the money from, you now start thinking, where can I get this kind of amount of money from? You know, at times you're saying you don't have money and you even don't know how much. You even don't know where you can get this kind of money because you don't know the figure. You don't have a detailed figure in your mind. And to start up a business, at times you have to be certain. And we say business is for risk takers. Business is not for the faint-hearted. Yes. If there's something at times that can frustrate you, is business. Because I myself have seen people start a business and they close them. I've seen people start a business and they thrive. I've seen people start a business and after years you're like, huh? You mean? Because they have like a parachute. They just go, they realize I don't know up to where. So that's how business is. And I've seen people start a business and they like struggle with it to a point you get to realize this person is struggling for to pay bills, struggling even to pay employers and all that. So business is something that at times it's not that easy and it's not that hard. It just requires someone who is so determined. This is what I want. Someone who is a risk taker. That is something else that you have to do as a business person. And also someone who is open-minded. Business is not somewhere you just sit there and things to work I don't know from where. You have to be very open-minded. You have to be listening to ideas each now and then. Because especially in the era we are at, business is really changing. Business is really evolving from one to another. You have to be like venture in very many places. You're like, oh, this it's selling. If at all you're selling, you don't just sit down. People are selling in TikTok. You're like, and you just there sitting at the shop waiting for walk-ins. People are in TikTok selling. People are in Instagram pages. They are posting their products. People are in Facebook posting their products. You go to Gigi, it's full of products. You go to Jumia, people have posted their products. And when you just sit there and you're not getting to it, to investigate on what other people are doing, you will miss it. So in business, it's not a place where you just come and relax. No, you have to be on your toes. You have to be minds up thinking, because if you relax, it's a very business becomes sweet when there's competition. And the higher the competition, at times, the better, because you are all on your toes to ensure that you're competitive enough. So that is all that I wanted us to discuss in relation to beginners, someone who is beginning a business and all that. We'll get to venture more on other things that concerns business and all that. But for now, for a startup, I feel that's enough. That's all that I wanted us maybe to get to capture one or two things here and there. And thank you so much for your time. Until next time, bye bye. Love you.